Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now our forum will officially begin. It is our great honor to have the Honorable Yoshihiko Noda as the first keynote speaker today. He previously served as Prime Minister of Japan, and he is currently a member of the House of Representatives of Japan and Chief Executive Advisor of Constitutional Democratic Party of Japan. But before we proceed, I would like to invite the host to join us, Mr. Tian Zhongguang, the Deputy Minister of the Foreign Affairs of the Republic of China, Taiwan, to introduce our first keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Deputy Minister Tian. Welcome.
The Honorable Dr. Mark Chen, the Chairman of Prospect Foundation, and the President, Dr. Lai Yizhong of the Prospect Foundation, our honorable three keynote speakers, honorable panelists, and honorable participants, Excellency ambassadors and representatives from diplomatic corps, government officials, and the friends from the press. Very good morning to you all.
Good morning.
I have the distinct privilege of introducing one of the Taiwan's closest and the most long-standing friends, the Honorable Yoshihiko Noda-san, member of the Japanese House of Representatives and also the former Prime Minister of Japan, as the opening keynote speaker at this year's Katakalan Forum. And on behalf of the people and the government of Taiwan, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Noda on his fourth visit to our shores. Mr. Noda's distinguished career in public service has spanned decades. Throughout the years, he has demonstrated a steadfast commitment to democratic values, economic resilience, and international cooperation. During his tenure as a Prime Minister, from September 2011 to December 2012, he guided Japan through the immediate aftermath of the devastating earthquake and the tsunami of 2011. And his leadership helped steer the nation on the course towards recovery and revitalization. Beyond his domestic achievement, Mr. Noda has enhanced Japan's standing as a key player in global diplomacy and a major contributor to security and development in the region. He has helped cement Japan's role in promoting Indo-Pacific as a strategic and economic center of gravity. Underpinned by his understanding that a peaceful Indo-Pacific is integral to global prosperity, Mr. Noda has been a champion of regional stability. When faced with the challenges as territorial disputes, piracy, and the preservation of the sea lanes, he has emphasized collaboration among like-minded countries to defend the rule-based international order. Moreover, Mr. Noda has been a strong advocate for Taiwan's participation in the international community. And his support is rooted in a very deep respect for Taiwan's democratic achievement and the recognition of its importance in the regional peace and prosperity. Today, we have the privilege of hearing from Mr. Noda himself. In his opening remarks, he will address our current challenges and explore opportunities for collaboration and growth within the region. With his unique insights into the geopolitical landscape of the Indo-Pacific, Mr. Noda will undoubtedly offer an invaluable guidance to navigate the complexity ahead and to chart a path to stability, cooperation, and development. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the former Prime Minister of Japan to this forum opening keynote speaker, the Honorable Yoshihiko Noda-san. Please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Deputy Minister Tian. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Yoshihiko Noda for his speech. Welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, you may now put on your headsets and switch to channel 1 for English. Thank you. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I am from Japan, the executive advisor to the Constitutional Democratic Party and former Prime Minister. I am Noda Yoshihiko. My best language is Japanese, so I'm delivering my remark in Japanese, and to be invited to one of the few prestigious events in Taiwan's diplomacy and security fields, I am deeply honored, especially with President Chen's remark of the Prospect Foundation and also the moderator's introduction of myself. I would like to thank everyone. Before getting into the topic, I would like to congratulate all of you. Taiwan won a total of 7 medals with 2 gold medals at the Paris Olympics. Sincere congratulations to everyone. The finale is the men's badminton doubles championships. The Taiwan team of Li Yan and Wang Qiling took the lead 21-17 in the first game and fell behind 18-21 in the second game. However, in the third and final game, although they were closely followed by the opponent leading only by 1 point, they ultimately won 21-19. I sincerely applaud Taiwan for winning the gold medal in men's badminton doubles and achieving 2 consecutive Olympic titles for the first time. I have visited Taiwan in 2002, 2008, and 2015, and this is my 4th visit to Taiwan. I was a student in the first year of the Panasonic School of Political Science and Economics, founded by the founder of Panasonic's Holdings Corporation, Konosuke Masushita. In 2002, I visited Taiwan for the first time as the head of a Congress delegation who graduated from the School of Political Science and Economics. At the time, I had substantial and meaningful exchanges with President Chen Shui-bian, former President Li Denghui, and other political figures in Taiwan. In 2008, along with Senator Ren Hosaito and other colleagues from the Democratic Party, I visited Taiwan during your presidential election. At the time, I was greatly impressed by how enthusiastic the Taiwan people were about the election. When I visited Taiwan in 2015, I wanted to directly express my gratitude for your tremendous support to Japan during the Great East Japan earthquake, so I visited Taiwan. Also, after the accident at Tokyo Electric Power Company's Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, Taiwan banned the import of goods from 5 prefectures, including Fukushima, Tochigi, Gunma, Ibaraki, and Chiba. Persuading Taiwan to relax the imports based on scientific evidence was also one of the purposes of my visit to Taiwan at the time. During that visit to Taiwan, I also had talks with Ma Ying-jeou, chairperson of DPP Tsai Ing-wen, who served as president for 8 years since 2016, and president of the Legislative Yuan Wang Jinping, among others. Import controls on Japanese food were significantly relaxed a few years later. This year, further relaxation of measures was announced. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to your country for properly resolving this outstanding case. This time, I am invited to visit Taiwan again after 9 years. I am truly delighted. It is understood that today's forum will discuss three themes: security in the Taiwan Strait, economic security, and the practices and challenges of digital democracy. I think these are very important topics. I hope that what I am going to say next will be of some inspiration to you. If so, I would be deeply honored. Japan and Taiwan are both places where natural disasters such as earthquakes, rainstorms, and typhoons occur frequently. However, whenever difficult situations occur, both sides always lend a helping hand to each other. When the Great East Japan earthquake occurred in March 2011, Japan received approximately 20 billion yen in donations from Taiwan. I would like to once again express my sincere gratitude to Taiwan for your warm friendship and assistance in helping Japan tide over the difficulties. In September 2011, as the Prime Minister of the Cabinet, I expressed my gratitude to everyone in Taiwan at the plenary session of the House of Representatives. When the Japanese people were suffering and grieving, the people of Taiwan helped Japan in the spirit of empathy. Even after well over a decade, it is still engraved in the hearts of the Japanese people. In January this year, after the Noto Peninsula earthquake occurred, Japan received more than 2.5 billion yen in donations from the Taiwan government and non-government organizations, as well as words of encouragement. In addition, another earthquake occurred this month with its epicenter off the coast of Miyazaki Prefecture, and Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs also expressed willingness to provide assistance to Japan. The Kaohsiung City Fire Department in southern Taiwan has a special rescue team composed of 67 people and 4 rescue dogs on standby at any time and can be dispatched for search and rescue whenever we should make the request. I would like to once again express my deep gratitude to everyone in Taiwan for your great friendship. I would like to add that in April this year, when the Hualien earthquake occurred in Taiwan, there were also voices across Japan that wanted to repay Taiwan's kindness. In the face of extremely difficult situations such as natural disasters, the bonds and nexus of friendship between the people of Japan and Taiwan have further strengthened. The Japan-Taiwan Exchange Association and the Taiwan-Japan Relations Association signed various cooperation agreements every year, mainly in the economic field. So far, more than 60 cooperation agreements have been signed. These agreements form an important foundation for promoting substantive cooperation between Japan and Taiwan. During my tenure as Prime Minister, Japan and Taiwan also signed a mutual investing guaranteeing agreement and an agreement on realization of open skies. Bilateral relations have made significant progress, especially after the implementation of open skies. Human exchanges between Taiwan and Japan increased rapidly. In 2019, before the COVID-19 outbreak, the number of tourists from Taiwan to Japan was 4.89 million. But if calculated based on Taiwan's total population of 23 million, this is a rather astonishing percentage. The number of Taiwan tourists traveling to Japan in 2023 has recovered to approximately 4.2 million. During the 6 months from January to June this year, the number of tourists from Taiwan to Japan approached 3 million, far exceeding the record high in 2019. Before the outbreak of COVID-19, The number of Japanese tourists visiting Taiwan exceeded 2 million. Although the number of Japanese tourists visiting Taiwan is gradually recovering, we hope that the exchange of visits between the two countries will further expand in the future. Local exchanges between Taiwan and Japan are extremely active. More than 100 local governments have concluded sister city agreements and other exchanges with each other and have conducted various exchanges. Chiba Prefecture, where I am from, concluded a friendly exchange agreement with Taoyuan City in 2016 and is promoting various exchanges. In addition, in recent years, the exchanges of marching bands between Japanese and Taiwanese students have also been lively. I know that the Orange Devils of Kyoto Tachibana High School in 2022 and Emerald Knights of Tokyo Agricultural University's Second High School in 2023 have respectively participated in the National Day Parade in front of the Presidential Office Building. In July this year, the marching band of Okinawa Prefectural Nishihara High School also performed at the Presidential Office concert, which was greatly and very well received in Taiwan. Last month, the marching band of Taipei Municipal Jianguo High School went to Japan to interact with the cheerleading team of Waseda University, my alma mater. I am delighted to see such lively interactions between young people in Japan and Taiwan. As personal exchanges between Japan and Taiwan becomes increasingly frequent, when infectious diseases like COVID-19 spread around the world, only Taiwan was excluded from the international community's epidemic prevention system. This is a matter of great concern. This is not just a problem between Japan and Taiwan. The passenger volume of Taoyuan International Airport in 2023 was 35.354 million. The international community must have this common sense of crisis. However, on May 27th this year, at the World Health Organization annual meeting in Geneva, the WHO, member states still did not agree to Taiwan's participation as an observer. This is the 8th consecutive year that Taiwan has been excluded, and I am deeply saddened by this. So far, Japan has always believed that geographical gaps should not exist when dealing with global health issues. Based on this concept, Japan has always supported Taiwan's participation in the World Health Organization conference as an observer. On May 24th this year, before the WHO World Health Organization Assembly was held, Japan, the United States, Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the Czech Republic, Germany, and Lithuania issued a joint statement supporting Taiwan's participation in the World Health Organization Assembly, among which, on the issue of countermeasures against infectious diseases, it is clearly stated that viruses do not respect national boundaries and protecting global security requires joint cooperation from the world. I also think it's a mistake to involve politically and diplomatically sensitive issues in global health and safety management. From SARS to swine flu, as well as past infectious disease pandemics that have occurred in the region, Taiwan has demonstrated experiences in being able to properly handle them. Though Taiwan is geographically close to China, where COVID spread and infectious disease spread rapidly, human movement is extremely frequent. Border control measures in Taiwan have been thorough. Rapid adoption of many effective measures and detailed notification of relevant information to the people are also worthy of applause. Countries around the world should learn from Taiwan's insights and achievements. At the very least, Taiwan, with a population of about 23 million, will not be able to protect the health of people around the world if it continues to be excluded from the sudden descent of planes. As a member of Congress, I will continue to firmly support Taiwan's participation in the WHO as an observer.
In September 2012, at the APEC, Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, the Heads of State Summit held in Vladivostok, Russia, I, as Prime Minister at the time, held our first bilateral meeting with former Vice President Lian Zhan, who was attending on behalf of Taiwan. As Prime Minister, I held for the first time the meeting of leaders of Japan and Taiwan during APEC, and this practice still continues to this day. I have been committed to expanding Taiwan's international space, and also I will continue to work hard to promote it in the future. Taiwan has publicly stated for a long time ago that it will seek to join CPTPP, Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. For Japan, Taiwan is an extremely important partner that shares universal values such as freedom, democracy, basic human rights, and the rule of law. Japan welcomes Taiwan's application to join. In recent years, Taiwan's semiconductor industry has developed rapidly and has become an indispensable part of the global semiconductor supply chain. At the same time, the industry boosts Taiwan's economic growth. Against this background, TSMC's Kumamoto Plant 1 held an opening ceremony in February this year, and the Japanese government also announced that it will provide relevant support for Kumamoto Plant 2. Including the semiconductor industry, I'm personally very happy to see the economic and trade relations between Japan and Taiwan develop closer. And I welcome Taiwan's application to join CPTPP. And also, to my knowledge, when new members apply to join CPTPP, the economy applying to join the membership must be able to fully meet the high standards of the CPTPP, and whether it has the intention and ability to continue to meet the high standards in the future will also be exposed to rigorous scrutiny. I was the first member of the Congress to raise the importance of the existence of TPP in a parliamentary inquiry. And when we were in the and during the NODA cabinet term, we made the political decision to take part in the negotiations of the establishment of the TPP. Personally speaking, as a member of the Japanese Diet, what can I do for Taiwan will continue to be a question that I explore in the future. And on the contrary, Japan will also support the institutional structure led by Taiwan. In 2015, GCTF, Global Cooperation and Training Framework, a talent development mechanism initiated by Taiwan and the United States, was established. Starting in 2019, Japan has participated in this talent training mechanism as a comprehensive partner. Japan and Taiwan are like-minded partners who can work together to address global challenges and share our expertise and experience with the world. For example, in May this year, a workshop with the theme of communications and internet security resilience was held because Taiwan faced a serious threat of disinformation, misinformation, attack on a daily basis. It is very beneficial for Taiwan to be able to share knowledge, know-how, and experience with others taking part in this training. mechanism. I think that these cooperation mechanisms should continue to be promoted. It is very important. Lastly, I would like to talk about a topic that everyone feels is giving us the strongest sense of urgency. In April 2021, at a joint statement by the U.S.-Japan Heads of State Summit, it was mentioned that in addition to emphasizing the importance of peace and stability, we urge cross-strait issues to be resolved in a peaceful manner. In the same year, in June, at the G7 Leaders Summit, which was held in Cornwall, England, the same statement was made again. Japan will use various opportunities to continue to point this out to other countries, including China. I think I'm not exaggerating by saying that countries around the world are now beginning to realize the importance of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. Countries that share common basic values and maintain peace and a stable international order, especially for Japan, a neighboring country that has close relations with Taiwan. Japan should take the lead in continually conveying this message to the international community. Personally, I think this is of the utmost importance. And also, I'm very concerned about the situation in the Taiwan Strait. And I firmly oppose any unilateral attempt to change the status quo through force or coercion. In September 2012, I delivered a general policy speech titled Responsibility for Tomorrow: Three Wisdoms at the United Nations General Assembly. The main point is to propose that in order to survive in the times of uncertainty, what tests us now is not the amount of knowledge and information, but what are the true values of these various kinds of wisdom produced by human beings. So on this, I would like to express my personal view. So the first wisdom is the ability to think about not just now, but also think and plan for the future. The second type of wisdom is to have the ability to think at high level and also think about the earth we now dwell on, and also what do we depend on for our lives. The third kind of wisdom is the ability to rationally resolve disputes based on legal principles. In view of developments in Ukraine, the Middle East, the Korean Peninsula, the South China Sea, and East China Sea, it is time for us to ask ourselves, what are the true values of the third type of wisdom? Finally, I once again would like to strongly express that I firmly oppose to the changing of the status quo with force and coercion. Once again, I would like to emphasize the importance of resolving disputes through peaceful means. This is the conclusion of my keynote today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yoshihiko Noda for his excellent speech today. Thank you.